Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be retrofitting park distance control into a BMW e46. In this video I will be doing it in a 2002 330ci coupe, but this process should apply to any e46. To start off, I ended up stripping the whole carpet of the car. I can show you. Stripped all the side panels, pulled out the back seats, and now we're about to pull out the back panel. And then we also stripped out everything in the carpet, in the trunk. We stripped out this whole panel right here, and we stripped out, we pulled out the battery terminal. Here's some of the parts that I have. I ended up finding a kit on eBay. You can make this kit yourself for the most part, all the wiring harnesses, and I'll put a link to the description down in that. But I ended up finding a kit on eBay for a pretty good price from the UK, and I had it shipped over here to the United States. And in that kit I got the actual ECU for the park distance control module. I got the gong to make the sound of the when you back up to find out how close you are. I got a complete wire harness, and this is actually very difficult to find. Most people will just get this wire harness for the parking sensors, not the actual harness that runs up to your K-bus and your GM5 and your ECU and your glove box. I also, with this kit, received 4 sensors. This is actually 5 because I have some other sensors that I'm adding to it in case some of those are bad. And the last thing that I got is the actual OEM trim for the coupe. If you go down here to the bumper, you can see that there's a spot for the trim to be seated in, and you don't actually have to replace your bumper. A lot of people think you need a new bumper on the e46 coupe, but you can actually just buy this trim piece, and I got this in the kit too. So I'm just going to be showing you guys going through of installing it. I'll throw you guys up on the tripod. I'm not going to do a full in-depth guide because there is a retrofit PDF that I will share, but any issues that I come across, I'll be sure to update you guys in this video. Alright, so I just wanted to update you guys what we have done so far. It's been ran all the way from the trunk, as you can see those wires that are out of the harness, all the way up to the front glove box, where I am then going to figure out where it has to be wired into the fuse and into what connectors. I'll update you guys once I figure out where that actually has to go. I do have the retrofit guide, but this is something I want to show you because it's not too clear on where everything goes. So once I figure that out, I'll show you guys where I made all the connections. But here's a shot of just, I took out the glove box so I could get access to it. And I opened up the glove box, and we have to patch it into one of these fuse panels, and I'll let you know which one. Alright, so we were able to get the glove box out. It is extremely difficult to do, and I'm going to show you how to get it out, kind of. There's these little tabs right here, as you can see. There are these little rubber things, and that's what actually holds in the glove box. If you look up here, it's kind of hard to show you. Back there, that's where those little tabs are sitting, and you have to pull it off that metal thing right there. And then while this is down at an angle, you can lift up the glove box, and you have to do that on both sides, and then you'll have it dangling down like this, and you should have access to pin in. The green and white wire needs to go to fuse 24, and that's to allow the fuse for the PDC. So we're going to do that now and then show you where the rest of the wires go. So we were able to route all the cables to the back, and I wasn't able to tap into fuse 24 with that connector. I ended up using tapa wire connectors on all of it, and all the other connectors that you need to connect are behind this distribution block, so that your brown, your yellow, red and white, all of them, this piece slides off and they're all sitting behind that, and they all come up into it from the back. And this was a cable that I had to make since my connector didn't, my harness that I bought did not include the brown and yellow and red to power the gong. So this is, we're gonna run these over to the other side and run the rest of the cables over to the other side now for the gong. So it's been months later since actually putting in the first wiring harness that you guys saw earlier in the video. We are now going to install this PDC trim and snake the harness down to my bumper so we can have the PDC sensors mounted to here. So we're gonna start by taking off the bumper, because that's how we have to be able to feed the harness through and behind the actual bash bar, and it straps to that. So I'll set you guys up in a time lapse of just. So I just wanted to update you guys. We're actually not going to take off the bumper. I'm able to route the PDC sensor wire through the little, there's a little hole right next to the battery. It's blank push plate. You can pop it off, and we're actually gonna route the cables through there. So I have the harness that we originally snaked running up from right here, and then the other one running right here. So I just ran it all from the back. In the unit we're going to install, I left the cables right here so we can run the unit. So now we're going to take these cables and route them through the little cutoff, and it already has a nice grommet in it to make it weather tight, and we'll snake that down and put them in the appropriate spots. So we'll throw you in a time lapse of us just snaking down the cable.
Alright guys, so we got it routed through. You can kind of see it right there. That's as much as I can zoom in. You can see there's two holes that go through the trunk to the outside. The left one was factory. Well, they're both factory, but the right one was covered up, and we just popped out the little cover piece and we routed this through. So this is how it's routed right here. Just like that. And we put some of this OEM BMW tape on it. It looks really good, nice and clean. And we're gonna zip tie it right next to this other cable. So it's like this, just like that, and run it behind here. And it'll look factory. And we'll try to get a shot of putting the sensors in on the bottom and underneath the car.
So we routed the cables through the appropriate holes, and we used zip ties to suspend them up. We put a zip tie here, here, over here. There's a piece that there's a little hole that you can use. We tried to find whatever we could to zip tie it. There's not too many ways, so we had to kind of make do with what we had for zip ties. Now we're going to try to test fit the PDC with all the sensors and see how much more we have to tie it up, because we don't want any of this fouling on any of the objects, especially the exhaust is over there and it'll melt right through that cable, so we want to make sure it's up and out of the exhaust's way. So we'll put you on a tripod and we're gonna put all the sensors in and try to put the PDC trim in and see what it looks like. If you're at home trying to put these sensors in and you're struggling, this is the technique we use to make it super simple.
So first, you go in, and then you gotta twist it, and then just twist it a little bit more, and like that, it's locked in there, and it's pretty much flush.
It looks really good compared to how we first had it, and just make sure that the harness going in is on your left side.
They're all on the left side and pretty much at a 90-degree angle.
And that's how we did it. So here's the end look of what the car looks like with PDC. It looks so good. I'll do a quick test showing you guys what it looks like in a few. So this is some time later. I just want to give you guys a final look at what the actual PDC functionality looks like. So if I put it in reverse, clutch in since I have manual, it does a beep, and then because I have something behind me, it's beeping, and I'm within about 44 inches away, and I'm just in the middle. I have a car behind me, and that's why it is beeping. And if I take it out, it stops beeping. It's pretty cool. It brings you to the screen. If you're not inside the app, it does another little animation, but I really like that one. So there it is. That's what it looks like. Let me give you guys one more look of what it looks like outside. So here's the outside look of it again, and it's the PDC is embedded right into the bottom part of the bumper. I have seen if you have the sport bumper, you can have it in here, which hopefully I would like to get soon. Or if you have a sedan, they also make the strip for right here, but I've also seen sedans have it down here. So I don't know, I kind of like it down low, so I get anything down low. But if you guys have any questions about this DIY, or what you guys think of this, drop them in the comments below, and please subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.